There's a revolution going on, and no one really can deny it. And that revolution is part of this, we're calling the inflection point. As you can see from this chart here, all of this is pointing to looking at a parallel situation that has occurred with cosmetic services, cosmetic surgery, and internet technology. If you look at the lower left-hand portion of the screen, you'll see an implant there, and you'll also see a cell phone. And all these things kind of occurred about 1970, but look what happens in 1980, and look what happens in 1990. PC comes in 1980, internet comes in 1990. Then we got the digital revolution that pops up somewhere just before we get to the year 2000 with smartphones and smart devices. Then we have sequencing, which is really the process that allows for cloud-based business transactions to take place. And then we get social media which pops in there and becomes very important, really about 2009, 2010. And then we have cosmetic marketing, which really goes into full swing about the same time. And what it all comes down to is cosmetic services are also changing along that same curve. We get this situation where we have a commoditization of branded techniques and branded procedures that become common properties of a lot of cosmetic specialists. And then before you know it, we've got a cosmetic surgery revolution that we are calling that inflection point. So our agenda is going to focus in on those 6 drivers, and that is internet, social media, and AdWords, which is your visibility on the internet, planned and funded marketing, how you pay for these things, patient retention, still your #1 referral source, online reputation, important because it makes or breaks a day or a week in your month if it doesn't work the way it's supposed to work, internet telemedicine, and social media visibility. Let's look at that first driver, internet and SEO AdWords. Now, this is a very important driver, obviously, to all of us, but it has multiple phenomena that make it work. Internet SEO is organic search. That is how you are found on that second, first, third page of search. I really should say your first, second, or third page of search. And it's a function of how well we do our job for you in terms of using your content, pictures, words, videos, and strategize linking and page design to keep you in those high and relevant positions. Then there's AdWords, and there's been a shift of our thinking over the years because Google has made some very radical changes in terms of how well search optimization works. We're still good at it, and we're still getting top positions, but we can see the handwriting on the wall that Google wants and expects everyone to participate with AdWords, and AdWords have a place. So, internet search and AdWord maximization is a result of having a very robust website. A robust website is one that is kept up to date through all the things that we do and I've mentioned, but also giving you also a hand in maintaining and helping us make the content more powerful because you can actually modify text and information within your website. All of these activities, when you blend them all together, AdWords, search engine optimization, content management, keeping the site robust, have as a prerequisite an internet plan, a marketing plan. And looking at our clients that did very well this year, we noticed that all of them across the board had some level of a marketing plan in place that directed their organic search, their pay-per-click search, their social media, and also their internal marketing hooks. I'm talking about those activities that go on within a practice that allow for the traffic that's manufactured that comes into your front door, into your website's email account, into your phone. How do you keep those people engaged? How do you keep them committed? And how do you convert them to be service users? So service hook example #1 would be staff training. Service hook #2 would be a follow-up e-blast. Service hook #3 would be what's going on. The website is outdated. An outdated website can occur even 1 year after it's been designed, not because it was poorly designed, but because the specifications of success in search engine optimization by Google standards have changed. And throughout this presentation of these 6 drivers, at the bottom of each page, I'm going to be talking about measurable quotients. How do you know if this stuff is working right today or in the future? Well, as far as internet search engine and AdWords are concerned, You know that you're doing things right if there's growth in dollars. The dollars are increasing. If the email volume is increasing. If the phone inquiries are increasing. You know things are going right. Now, what are some of the things that we recommend you do to enhance the results that you're currently achieving? So each one of these drivers will have a panel that'll tell you what it's about, and then we'll give you some specific action steps. Action step number 1, maximize your organic search now with content management. Take all measures to develop video content. Video content has become very important with Google in terms of how they look at things. Make sure that we in fact have your Google Plus and Google local accounts reflecting accurately what you do. This is information that you have to give us, and all data is complete with regard to the profiles for that Google Plus panel, and we'll talk about that in a few moments in more depth. Review the Google Analytics with us. Let's look at what's happened if you've been on board this year and compare what's happened to the previous year. Let's see what's up, what's down. Let's see what pages are working, what pages aren't working. Let's look at what the bounce rate is, meaning a person coming to a page and leaving a page, versus people staying on your site and going through multiple pages. Yes, we're recommending you incorporate AdWords. Even if you are having a success with organic, and many of you are you're already in top ranking pages, position number 1 on the first page, but I think it's time to also give some serious thought to adding AdWords to the armamentarium. First you want to do is ID those services that you want to use AdWord promotion for. And we want to monitor the results that we get by using them, by using AdWords, that is. But we also want to be sure we don't eat your organic search. We aren't competing against your organic results, and that can happen. Now we, obviously, working as your agent in this process, make sure that doesn't happen. We optimize it so that, in fact, for special promotions, for introducing something new, we're making sure that we're not eating away at those organic results that you've paid us to create for you. So that's driver number 1. Let's look at driver number 2. Now, driver number 2 really underscores the importance of documenting what you're going to do in advance and having a budget. And it has a measurable quotient to determine if you're doing things right there. Interestingly enough, the first portion of that quotient is income growing. The latter part of that quotient is income growing and you don't have a negative cash flow. Now, how does that happen? Well, that happens when you're using cash flow to pay for your marketing as opposed to funding your marketing to create cash flow. So, what are you funding? You're funding your internet, maintenance of your internet, expansion of your internet's content, paying for videos, maybe additional pages, landing pages. It's staffing, personnel that you're going to be basically having to pay for, training that staff, keeping them motivated. It's marketing software that you're paying for, maybe advertise. You pay for one time, but you're advertising that. It's out-of-pocket costs, such as you'd pay for pay-per-click. It's tools and equipment that you have to buy in order to have something to promote. If you're doing all those things correctly, and you've planned them out, and you have a schedule of execution, and you have a budget to pay for those executions, and you have built-in tracking going on, you're going to be successful with this particular driver, number 2. Now, on the left you see, on the right you see I'm talking about funding your marketing from cash flow. No planning, no tracking. The point I want to make here is that many times a budget gets out of hand because the tracking mechanism was not built into the promotion that was executed. And that promotion that was not tracked eats into dollars that could have been saved or could have been reinvested or fed into programs that are working. The bottom line here is you know that you've done your job well here if there's growth going on and you don't have problems with running out of money. So here's some things that you can do to make things even better. Set your promotional budget in advance and make sure the dollars are in the bank to basically take care of it. Don't let those dollars get commingled in with the operating dollars. 2, make sure that website is mighty. Mighty for 2015. This inflection point implies there are more people trying to get those patients out of your files. There are more people going for the new patients that are coming to the market than you ever could have anticipated. So you want to be sure that your key visibility mechanism, that is your website, is up to date, that your social media is in place. And I want you to know that we want you to be successful in 2015. And we have established our unique value proposition is we're not just the leaders at search engine optimization. We're not just good at web development. We are also very, very good at marketing services and managing marketing processes. And there are also members of our staff that are very good at practice management. So we're working in designing systems that allow you to do a better job at managing the marketing within the practice environment. Very much encourage you to call me today, call me in the future. I'll be more than happy. You see a picture, little icon of some of our staff members over here that are here to serve you and help you. And we would love to hear from you.